Hi, I'm Evan Perrollaz. I'm the administrator at the Village at the Harbour, the senior living community located up on Spring Street in Friday Harbor, Washington. The Village at the Harbour opened back in late 2008, so it's been around now for just about 12 years. And about 4 of those years has been with me as the administrator. I moved to the San Juan Islands in 2016 and have been here ever since, and I really look forward to a continued stay here. It's been a pretty amazing journey for me so far. The Village at the Harbour itself is a very incredibly unique senior living community. It was founded by, or the brainchild as it were, of 2 local islanders that got a group of investors together and created truly one of the most special and what I call island-style communities there is. And what makes it so special? Well, the fact of the matter is that as the administrator, I'm pretty much responsible for all the day-to-day operations of the building. And that gives me such a unique perspective on what we do. And we're not bound by the tenets of a large corporation that serves communities across the country. That allows us to be really nimble and flexible in the care that we deliver to our individual residents, and really allows us to be, I think, just friendlier, just more unique, kind of island-paced as it were, but still pretty dedicated to providing great services. And if you've ever been to the Village, you know that our food is probably one of the most things that we're, one of the things that we're most well known for. Long-term care in San Juan County has really been kind of under fire a little bit. We're one of the last true senior living communities left. I know over on Lopez they have Hamlet House, which is a fantastic small community over there. And then, of course, in San Juan Island, we have Village at the Harbour. That's pretty much it. Life Care Center of San Juan closed several years ago and forced really the Village to adapt and grow as a community. We had to push the needle a little bit on some of the services that we offered and the care that we could deliver so that we could take a little bit of a heavier acuity, as it were, to better serve our community. And long-term care is a ever-changing and ever-evolving industry. I know that my work right now with the Inter-Island Healthcare Foundation is, I believe, really crucial to us continuing to develop new models for healthcare in the county. It'll allow us to look at reintroducing a nursing home concept to the islands, having our own home health and home care on the islands once again, doing a better job of providing training to those that really want to serve the vulnerable population. It'll allow us to work with telemedicine programs to better expand our reach across the county and serve those that are in really hard to reach and hard to access areas. And I'm really looking forward to us continuing to grow some of those models as we move forward. How has COVID-19 changed things for me? I'll be honest, this has been probably the most stressful 2 months that I've ever had professionally. And I've been through a lot in my career. I've been through fires, I've been through floods, I've been through norovirus, but I've never been through anything quite as frightening, really, as the COVID-19 coronavirus. And unfortunately, our community, we actually were, I think, ahead of the curve of most communities in Washington, and that we anticipated the governor at some point shutting things down, and we pretty much closed our assisted living community down to visitors even before it was required by the state. It's been 2 months of lockdown now for our residents, and I have to be honest, they've been amazing. Every single resident at the Village has been a trooper, and they have really tolerated this lockdown more than I ever would have imagined. It's incredibly difficult for them, really not being able to see their family, not being able to hug their children and their grandchildren and their great-grandchildren, not being able to really talk and see friends face to face other than the friends of theirs that live at the Village. We have tried really as a staff to do our absolute best to make them feel loved and at home. And I think really and truly, I know this is really more of a talk for the community, but I do have to say as a thank you, the staff at the Village at the Harbour has been really one of the most fantastic groups of people that I've ever had the pleasure to work with. Those guys showed up every day knowing that we potentially had this deadly virus going around, and they did it with a smile on their face. They did it unflinchingly, and they continue to come in and serve our senior population. And I'll be forever grateful that they did that with no questions asked. And they sacrificed a lot to do that. They sacrificed a lot of their own personal travel and seeing their own friends and family to make sure that we kept our residents safe and virus-free. One of the things that I've seen a lot is this community. And this community, San Juan Island, Friday Harbor, has been exceptional in reaching out to us and offering ways to make masks for our team, to provide entertainment, to do whatever they can, write letters, write cards, do Zoom meetings, do whatever. And I have to say, even though I've turned quite a few of you down, and I do apologize for that, and I'll explain why in just a minute, but I do want to thank each and every person that's reached out to us and has been so phenomenal in offering your services and your gratitude and love and whatever it is that you could extend to our group of residents. I hugely appreciate it. I really do, and I just can't thank you enough for those efforts. We've turned quite a few of you down, to be honest, simply from the fact that we've tried to keep business as normal as humanly possible at the Village without having some of our residents feel like they're in a zoo, as it were, or that they're really truly locked down. You know, our residents are very sensitive. They're incredibly strong people, and they want to be treated as such. And so sometimes we felt that if something that was offered may have come across a little bit wrong to them, then we've kind of shied or erred on the side of caution and maybe stepped away from that a little bit. Especially as we have a group of our population, our resident population, has dementia or Alzheimer's. We really didn't want to alarm them. We didn't want to really change up their daily routine any more than we really had to. But with that being said, again, it's been an amazing outpouring, an amazing show of support. All the doctors on this island, both Dr. House and all the doctors at Peace Health, have really been fantastic in being flexible and nimble with us to make sure that we get our residents taken care of and looked after properly. And that's been really cool. It's been cool to be a part of that. Families, I know this has been a huge struggle for all the families that have loved ones that live at the Village. Them having to wave and talk to their loved ones on the phone or through a window has been really trying for each and every one. You know, my own mother lives about 2,600 miles away, and I wish almost every day that I could see her in person and just make sure that she's doing okay and let her know how much I love her. And even though we do phone calls and Zoom, it's just not the same as being with your loved one kind of in person. And so I know it's been really difficult, and I'm really hoping and praying for the day comes soon where we get back to some level of normalcy. And I think we all probably hope that at this time. The Village has just been a really fulfilling experience for me, and each and every day I'm reminded of how blessed and how lucky I am to really get paid to do this for a living, because I get to intermingle and spend time with some of the really coolest people I've ever met in my life, people who have incredible life experiences and life stories. And like I said, we all look forward to the day we get to open our doors back up. And you know, the Village has hosted some really cool events over the last couple of years. We've done a couple different fundraisers. We've done a couple different community gatherings, and I've met so many of you, and I'm just so fortunate that we live in such a really cool community that's incredibly supportive. The last thing I just wanted to say before I sign off is that today one of my employees lost her loved one, and it was somewhat expected, but it was still an incredible process for me to watch. As again, I'm constantly reminded with each hospice case that I work with, and each person ultimately at the end of their life is the humanity that we are surrounded by. This is an incredibly difficult time right now, both socially, economically, what have you. And I see a lot of people fighting on Facebook, online, in person. I see a lot of hurt feelings and a lot of negativity and a lot of anger. But I would just remind you that as I watched this family go through the loss of their loved one, they were surrounded by friends and family, and the outpouring of love and the outpouring of support that I saw over the last couple of days will never leave me, and I will never forget it. And it's always a constant reminder to me that humanity at its very core is a pretty amazing thing. And when we do it right, and we support other people, and we allow people to have their opinions, and we respectfully disagree, it's a good thing, and it's okay. And if you ever need anything, if you got a senior out there that's struggling, that needs some support, that needs some help, call me. We at the Village really try to bend over backwards to help and support anybody that we can, in this community especially. And we're here for you. So hang in there, and let's just hope that this whole thing wraps up soon. Thank you.